officially holiday season. And down here in the war room section of Man Cave, we decorated up a little bit. We got some of the old traditions we break out. This one here is kind of interesting. And I don't have all the parts for it. Let me bring it a little bit closer. But it's one of those old antique type of... it's probably Italian because it's from my grandpa, so it's probably really old. But I don't have all the parts for it. But I think what it was you lit up all these candles, and it had a rod that went through here. And I think it had other parts that went on here. Well, anyway, the heat from the candles made the cherubim, and I still got the cherubim and stuff. I still got parts for it, but this is the only kind of thing I got together. This is all made out of tin. It's tin made. All the parts of it are tin, and like I said, I think what happens, I'm even missing a candle from over here, but yeah, I try to take care of these things, but they get lost, and when I put them away nowadays, I really take care of them. But I think through the years they kind of weren't taken care of. Like I said, I got some parts on it, but I don't know if I can get it fixed the way it was. But yeah, this one here is kind of cool. I like this one. Like I said, I do have other parts for it, but I haven't got it put together. This one here's an old one from the 50s or 60s, and this one here is kind of neat. There's a little walkway up to the cabin. I got the tree all lit up with Christmas lights. But if you go around here and look at all this, it's really detailed. I don't know if you can see inside this window. Let's just kind of get it going around here. Yeah, definitely. I remember the days when it used to snow like this on Christmas. We can't time it around here. We're too far south. And not that I believe in global warming, but there's a little bit of warming that's taking place. And I don't know if it's man-made. But anyway, at the back of this is really neat because they got like a little backyard with a fire pit. If you look down here in this backyard, they got the seats against the wall. See little bench seats there. But it comes on around. Now the thing of it is, you put a regular tall candle in here. But I guess you could put a little candle in here and make it light up. It lights up really nice and it looks really good, the effect at night when all the lights are out. But yeah, it's a little doorway in there and it's part of the cabin. And the snow's all piled up. That's kind of cool. It's got a little fire pit back there. And like I said, it's a tradition. If you watch my channel, you'll see this broke out around Christmas time. We are back. All right, we're back here at the Midway Solitaire table, continuing with our game here. Our game including all the optional rules. They really haven't come into effect, although the optional rule setup definitely makes for a different game. That's for sure. Definitely gives you a lot of replayability. And we are starting. We're down to about the last 3 or 4 chit pulls. And on this chit pull, the Imperial Japanese Navy are going for the AL route, Operation Aleutian Islands. There you go. I don't know if why can't we zoom in on that? Why is that fuzzy? There you go. AL route. We got a 2nd Carrier Task Force there. Main body. We also got an invasion force that's heading away towards Alaska on the Aleutians. We worked our way in there. You can see we got a nice complement of land aircraft and a task force. And we just moved the Enterprise up there, so we're ready. We don't know how fast they're going to come. But the first thing that they will do is they don't have no operation determination segment. We did that for them with our intelligence segment, but we will go on and we will start with the search. And the thing of it is, it's pretty much going to be moot because it says 3 spaces from a base. There is no base on that route. And if you want to do it from a carrier task force, it's 2 spaces, so that would put them right there at their maximum search distance. I guess we got these zoom features. This thing don't want to. Is the AL 4 space, the Aleutians 4 space. So we could skip that search route. We'll go through it and look at, make sure any specifics that we need to worry about, but other than that, yeah, there's nothing there within those spaces. Oh, but with the May going one search, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now we'll go to the task force movement segment. So we just went to the operation determination segments where you actually draw for the shit. We did that already. We just got done with the search segment. That won't happen. But the Imperial Japanese Task Force movement segment will happen. That's where we find out how fast these guys are coming up on the Aleutians. We'll be back. Alright, first to roll will be for the Invasion Task Force in the North Pacific, heading towards the Aleutian Islands. We will see what their progress is with one roller die. 6. It is an invasion task force on the movement table. 2 spaces, so it'll be right next to it. Next we're going for the carrier strike force with a 4. Carrier strike force 4. 2 spaces, so he's lagging a little bit behind. Now for the main body. All these task forces with a 2. Main body 1 space, so this main body definitely chugging along with all its complement of ships. You got to figure each one of these markers probably has about maybe 20 ships in it at least. So yeah, maybe 20, 30 ships comprising of a task force. And you can see here they got these little counters there. Now the carrier counters represent their actual carrier, but I'm sure they got a few escorts around them. Everything like that, so you just gotta, I don't know what word I'm talking about. I guess when you're a kid, you could be pretend, yeah, so we're pretending. Alright, that is it for the Imperial Japanese movement phase. Whenever you do that, come on over here, and it's time for our good old, where are we at? Oh, movement segment. There you go. We must move, but underneath you must determine if you must pick one incident marker. We definitely got to do that. So here we go. The old game changer. The random event part of the game. And the U.S. Navy's been able to avoid this, but the Imperial Japanese Navy always moves their task forces. So got to at least pick one when it comes to that. Let's see which one it is. Alright, it's on its backside, it's what we like. Because if we say incident, we'll move that sucker on around, and it is incident surprise. Ooh, what we got going on here? Let's see here. Incident surprise. If drawn during a Japanese movement segment, conduct the following. You must move all Imperial Japanese task forces on the space nearest U.S. home base on the current route. 1 space. It's nearest U.S. Navy home base, no move is made. Oh, that makes sense. Increase all. Oh, we also, okay, we're going to have to keep this marker in play because they also get a combat factors by 1 in the current segment. If drawn during U.S. Navy, so. And it tells you right here. So first thing we do, you must move all Imperial Japanese Navy task forces on the space nearest 1 space. So that would be him, who is the nearest. So he'll move 1 space and he'll go up to onto the Aleutians. Alright, that's all we do with that. Now they also get a +1 marker, so we'll make sure we keep that up there. Alright, so the U.S., I'm guessing, if you want to put this in perspective, because we picked during our intelligence phase, we knew they're coming from the Aleutians, but I guess what this marker is simulating is the fact that the U.S. intelligence is putting them right here, somewhere in this area, but in fact, they're waking up the next morning at the Imperial Japanese Navy. Oh, their invasion force is within binocular range, and they're out there in the bay, so their intelligence came up short, and I guess, and yeah, they're coming on in, and they got a +1 on all their attack factors. Let's make sure that's right. +1 combat factor, +1 movement factor. You got a +1, so there you go. That was the incident. Good incident, yeah, definitely. We're definitely gonna have some combats. All right, let's find out what's up next, though. U.S. Navy reaction segment. All right, now on that move, it says there's an important caveat: the task force moves can be out of or into enemy occupied space, which is what it does. And when that task force moves in there, we will flip him over to his spotted side. Because now he's spotted. Whenever they get around those American controlled, or anyway, what this is called is an Imperial Japanese Navy objective space. This is the green boxes, and whenever they reach them, we got coastal defense units and everything. We see them, so they're spotted there. We are now going to go to the U.S. Navy reaction phase. And let's see what we do here. To logistics. Where's our reaction? Here you go. There are no activated routes. There are naval aircraft, bombers, and fighters, unfortunately, that are assigned to a carrier. Parentheses, not, I repeat, not land aircraft or naval aircraft units currently assigned to a base, so we won't be doing nothing. We ain't got a carrier that's within range. Launch U.S. Navy naval aircraft and fighter units. Naval aircraft, land aircraft. Well, we can do that. Our cap mission in the same space as our carriers or islands, so that's the only thing we can do is launch caps above the Aleutians. Does the Aleutians have fighters to have caps with? No, they have no fighters on that base. It's got a capacity of 1, and we have none. We have infantry. Not even a coastal defense unit? Oh, that's weird. Did I deploy that wrong? Oh. AL. I think there is one over here, but I was told not to use it during the optional rules setup. Let me make sure I did that right, because there are a bunch of them over here. Oh, let me get these over here. Look for the AL one. Oh, Solomon's. Oh, suckers have been over there for a while. There you go. It's not on there. Let me look here real quick at the setup. I could have swore I set it up the right way, and they weren't included. And we will be right back for an important rules adjustment. All right, we can see here initial deployment. This is for the additional optional counters. This variant adds 6 Japanese land units, 7 Allied land units, blah, 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 blah. You gotta read that yourself, but it says here, on the initial deployment, remove the 4 starting coastal defense units. I was right in doing that. Place the following units in the Aleutians infantry, so. Port Mosby, Aleutians. Yeah, don't say anything else, so. We did it right. And we do not have any coastal defenses even there. The only thing we got is infantry, so they got to take it over. They got to take over that infantry. So there you go. This is what's holding the Japanese back, is AKDC, whatever that is, infantry. They're not much. I guess the anti-ground factor at the bottom is their biggest one with a 2, but ain't looking good for the Aleutians. All right. We can't launch any caps. We have no fighters on the Aleutians, so U.S. Naval reaction will be none. U.S. Navy, or Imperial Japanese Navy Air Unit launch segment. All right. Well, we don't have any spotted task forces, but we do have what's there at the Aleutians, so let's find out how we're going to do that. We'll be right back. All right. Now, in this game, the optional rules to get these green spots, you have to actually have an amphibious assault with infantry. Now that Aleutians, all right, it's an invasion MO, but we had to mix it up. Oh, you know what? That's what I need to look at then. Oh, because was looking totally different. So underneath that Aleutian's MO task force that is spotted, and it's now around the Aleutians, we had to mix it up so it ain't an invasion Mosby. You can see there, invasion MO, with this optional rules to mix up the game, make it, more a variant, more playability each time. To make it different, you have to mix up the task forces. So the reason MO is in the Aleutians route is because of the optional rule game. So we would look underneath that, invasion MO. There you go. Ooh, oh, it's a nice little force. Let's see what we got here. All right, well, of course, they're all set for the invasion. They got transports with infantry. And there's a couple of them. Wow, he's set with that task force. The Aleutians might be a problem. And he's also has cruisers. Killer naval number there in the middle with a 4. You roll a 4 or less, so here you go. They are set now for what we're doing here on the launch phase. They don't have nothing to launch with, so we'll just go ahead and put them back. But that's what is around the Aleutians. They have transports and they have infantry. All right, let's get this all set up here again. Oh, we won't be needing that. Next, we'll be looking at the 2nd Carrier Strike Force. Let's see over here, where is that at? Okay, here's the pile for that one. We'll get this one here together. And we'll be launching if there's any carriers in this force. So let's see what we got here. We do have a carrier. There's a light carrier. CV is a carrier. L for light. What's our next one? Oh, another carrier. Ooh, another carrier, people. That's a big one. The Kaka. Zoihu. And last but not least, complement of destroyers. So, number 1 is the Kaga. Alright, where is the Kaga's planes? Kaga. Here we go. We'll be using her planes. Finding assignments for them. We'll be rolling on that table next. Next is the Zoiho. Whatever that is. Oh, we got 2 of them with the Z, don't we? Z-U-I-H. We're looking for the... Oh, where do we see her at? Z-U-I-H-O. There we go. There's this complement of planes. Alright. We'll roll for each one of them. Find out what they're doing. For a bomber, naval aircraft, coming from the 2nd Carrier Strike Force. He's got a range of, what's that range there? 3, so they're good. They're well within range to get the Aleutians so we can roll for a mission. A 6. That is a bomber naval aircraft. Oh, air mission. Bomber. Naval aircraft. The 6. Attack the objective. So we'll put him over here. Top one. Let's see how we'll do this. We'll bring this over here. Under attack objective. Now if they roll for attack task force, there's no attack task force. It'll automatically go down there. Alright, the next one is a fighter from Makaka. See what he wants to do. The 2. Naval fighter. Cap. That's basically what they do on that too. So let me see here. Under Kaga, we'll go to Cap. Put them underneath here. Right, that is it. The Kaga is here, is underneath the ships that we will have. Although in the same space, they're not in the same space. So let's put him back. I'll figure out what to do here. Let's put him here in a second. All right. Zoiho. Fighter. Naval aircraft. 6. Naval aircraft fighter. Escort mission. Well, there won't be nobody to really engage from the island. We put him there in the escort box. Alright, last one on these task forces is a bomber. Naval bomber. Deployment table. Naval bomber with a 5. Attack objective, so he's going to attack the infantry also. Oh, attacking the objective. There you go. Here's our ships that are all in the task force. I gotta figure out how to do this. We find out on the board what I want to do. Be right back. Alright, we'll just put their ships back in their little spot because they're not spotted yet. They're not yet involved. Now the invasion MO ships are. So I gotta find out where they are. Invasion MO. His ships here, yeah, will be involved. So, not that it matters because there's no aircraft that the U.S. Navy can launch against them, but we'll put them here anyway. So, plus, he's got to invade. So, there we go. We got our 3 transports loaded with troops and a cruiser that is in that spot, representing the invasion task force. All right, now there's another main body force back here. Main body A. So look underneath here. Main body A and a group of ships and see if there's any carriers. Now it's in 3 spots. No, it's not. Hold on. Don't have to worry about it because it's cruisers, destroyers. Oh, we do have a carrier here. Wow. Alright, we gotta look underneath their ships for the Shoho. Oh, Shoho. He has a 4 range and a 3 range. Main body's right here. 1, 2, the 3 ranger will get it. So all 3 these guys can attack also. We will keep their ships back there though. Underneath this main body A, all their ships go here because they are not in the same spot as the objective. So all the ships are still there. That's good, but we have to find a spot out with their planes, and their planes are definitely within range. A 3 and a 4. We're rolling for a fighter naval aircraft. It's a 6. Naval aircraft fighter with a 6. He will be on an escort mission. 2 of them on escorts, which don't mean nothing because there ain't going to be any Allied fighters or U.S. Navy fighters around them anyway, but this is the procedure. 4. That is for a bomber, naval aircraft. Bomber. NAC bomber with a 4. And he'll be attacking the... Ooh, wants to attack the task force, but there's no task forces to attack it. It goes to an automatic attack the objective. Alright, so that is the Imperial Japanese Navy air launch segment. There you go. If there is a spotted U.S. Navy task force, which there's not, so we can skip that, but there is U.S. Navy base within range of an unspotted Navy task force. The player may examine blah 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 horizontal assignments, which we just did. We will move on to the mutual combat segment. And whenever you have 2 opposing forces in the same spot, we put us a little battle marker to signify. Now we can make this official by grabbing all the units that are on the Aleutians. The only thing there is a little bit on a bunch of infantry. And I don't know how to do this because they don't have it on the boss, but we will put it underneath the coastal defense. Oops. Turn the right way, and something tells me they ain't gonna last long. We'll see. We got these ships that could all use that bottom number, which ain't really much. They got a 2 there. Cap, he won't be doing nothing. There's nobody to challenge him. Escorters won't be doing nothing. Nobody to challenge him. We do have some bombers. So we'll be rolling 1 die for this guy. And the bottom numbers that we're looking for, he'll be rolling for a 1 die, 1 or less. 1 die, 1 or less. 1 die, ooh, 3 or less. They'll dive bombers might get them. They can fire back. You got some little handguns, small arms fire. We'll see what happens. Coming back for the combat. Holiday time. Midway Solitaire. Alright, now we're getting ready to go on with combat. But before we do, let's check this out. The old Aleutians are only 2 hexes, or 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3 away from our home base. And our home base does have a carrier. So we might be getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. We didn't look at that. First thing we're going to look at is over here in this task force. And these guys are spotted. This task force here is spotted. Now these 2 back here aren't, but whenever you're around the Aleutians or around the base, you're spotted. So they're fair game for all these units here. Let me see here. Oh, yes, in reaction phase. That's right. You can't do any land aircraft. It can only be U.S. naval aircraft from an aircraft carrier. So we have the Enterprise. We just moved up there. She's there. And if her complement of squadrons has a movement range of anything more than 1, 2, 3, they can reach her. They can reach the Aleutians. So therefore, we're going over here to the Enterprise. Grab its 3 squadrons of naval aircraft, and he's got a 2, so he won't make it. 1, 2. It's not an ocean there. He's got a 2 also. He won't make it. Gotta have at least a 3, and he's got a 2. So that takes care of that. Short ranges for the Enterprise's naval aircraft. We won't be launching none anyway. All right, you can launch a cap if we had a fighter there at the Aleutians, but no can do. We don't even have that. So we will be going to combat phase. It's basically going to be these guys diving on down, trying to eliminate these guys. Although there is mutual combat segment. Where was that? Return segment. Let me go to the combat segment because amphibious assault step. We will definitely have that, and in the optional rules, there's an amphibious assault procedure, so we'll be getting all kinds of goodies. Don't touch that dial. All right, we're gonna take this little break here. We're freshly back from the in-laws, or not the in-laws, the sisters, and we did the turkey thing, the eating, the dessert, the drinking. I'm gonna take a break. When we come back, the Aleutians are getting hit. They're gonna get hit from the air from a bunch of aircraft. We'll see how that goes. If that don't do it, they got an invasion force coming, and the only thing standing in their way is one little infantry unit. So the Aleutians, looks like that space there might be going down. We got backup behind us, but it's going to get there yet. We got another task force here coming during our operations phase, and we want to take back the Solomons, but you can't be playing too much of a whack-a-mole where one pops up and the other one goes. So we'll see what we can do. That's pretty much what all these games are, it's just whack-a-mole. Trying to damage control. So we'll see if we can take this place back, hold them off there, or if they do take it, let them take it temporarily, then we'll come back and take it back. But they are running out of routes to draw from the chip cup. They're running out of routes to activate, in other words. And we're getting towards the end of the game. Last game I thought we'd do a little bit better, but they had I think if they have at least 2, it only takes 1 or 2 of these, and it's just a matter of what margin of a Japanese victory it is. So for the U.S. to have any chance, you can't lose any of these green spots. Imperial Japanese Navy objective spaces. Looks like they're going to get 2 of them here in a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. We can stave them off or what. Like I said, we'll be back. We're going to call this, well, maybe not a video, but we'll be back to play this a little bit later. Be back. All right, then. Back to commence the attack for the Aleutians. And Imperial Japanese Navy have a couple of transporters loaded with troops, a cruiser, and some air support, all against my little lone unit. Something tells me Aleutians could be around much longer. Oh, we also get us a nice big, surprise. They got there quicker than the U.S. Navy thought, so they'll get a +1 modifier And that surprise was an incident marker that we picked out. Add a little bit of spice to the game. All right, well, we got to figure out what to do here now. We're going to go ahead and commence with the regular. We do have this amphibious assault procedure for the additional optional rule. But we're going to go here to the combat. Air-to-air step, no. Anti-air step, no. Well, fire all ground units and naval units, air combat factors. Oh, well, we could do that. So, yeah, we'll just shoot us off one. Which one are we trying to get to? It poses the biggest threat to us is probably this Veiled Dive Bomber. Oh, no, it's this one right here. So as this one comes screaming on down, we got U.S. forces firing whatever they can at it. Maybe a couple. Oh, what are those? Oh, I can't remember what the heck the U.S. I got a mine block on their rifle. We used it every once in a while in the sim games. But anyway, small arms fire, looking for a 1 or less. No good. We're pretty much appropriate too for that type of a Hail Mary. Alright, well that'll be it for that. We'll go step by step. Fire all ground units, naval units, no naval or anything else. That is it we got on the Aleutians. Is a bunch of infantrymen. Fire all air units, naval combat factors, enemy naval ships. That won't happen. Fire all units at eligible ground units. Alright, fire all naval units, naval combat enemy surface naval units. Huh. Well, this one here covers it all. Fire all units at eligible ground units, and that'll take care of the ships. Transports won't be firing, but we'll have some cruisers. These guys are on escort missions. They don't have no number down there at the bottom anyway, but this one here does. And the old Veiled Dive Bomber from the Kaga. We'll try to take them on out. Looking for a 3 or less. No good, no good. There you go. Alright, now we got a couple one rollers. We'll see if they can do anything. I might get away with it. We'll see. 2. Got away with it on that one. 6. Alright. Alright, now we fire our cruiser off the coast. So far, these guys are dug in. Ain't nothing going on. We just survived one more roll, and that's as a 2 or less from the cruisers. Oh, no way. You knew it was too good to be true. Oh, they do have a reduced side, so they still hang on. But one of the shells found their foxhole, or found their dugout. Alright, let's see what happens here. That is it for the combat. We're still there though. We still hung on. That is good. Oh, let's go here though. Let's see here. Amphibious assault step. Oh, all Imperial Japanese Navy non-carrier. We already did that. We just did that. So base unit and its ground combat fire. We did that. Was eliminated. Well, there's nobody eliminated yet because we were going to the optional rules. Imperial Japanese Navy transports may only disembark during the Imperial Japanese amphibious assault step. That is a rat of the mutual combat segment attempting to disembark into a U.S. occupied Imperial Japanese Navy objective space. We got that. Modified our procedure for the Imperial Japanese Navy amphibious assault as follows. All Imperial Japanese Navy non-naval units in the space of any use their ground combat factors. We just did that. Do not apply hits to the base. Well, we already did, so we'll see what's up. All surviving U.S. Imperial Japanese Navy ground units loaded on transports disembark. Alright. So here we go. We got 2 of them. Alright, now what happens when they disembark? Oh. All surviving U.S. Naval ground units fire at the Imperial Japanese Navy ground units using their surface combat factor. So we will fire at them with a 1. Alright. Which one we going to fire at? Guess we'll fire at the Marines. Ooh, oh, this one's upside down. Here we go. Alrighty. Firing at their Marines coming up shore. With a 6. No way we're going to hit that. Alright. Let's see here. Surviving U.S. Navy ground fire. Your ground. All Japanese pirate U.S. Navy guns on the island using their surface combat factor. Okay, return fire time. We're gonna go for the top unit here. It's just regular infantry, the 301st. Naval infantry, maybe. Looking for a 2 or less to finish off the Aleutian Island defenders. 3, we get away with it. We get away with it. All right, I don't know if we're gonna have another round of combat or what, but this is a key role here. 3 or less from the Imperial Japanese Navy Marines. Can we hold out? 6, yes. All right. Repeats until one side lands in the space. Oh, okay. All right. Imperial Japanese mobile ground units will remain embarked until they make the amphibious assault. Once that occurs, maybe disembarkation. Okay, well, we're doing this again, I guess. All right, our turn. Firing back. There's no retreat. With a 3, no good. Naval infantry with a 2 or less. 4, no good. Fighting continues. Marines taking their second shot. 3 or less. 6, no good. All right. We get another chance. 1 or less. U.S. Navy fire. 2. We can see where this is going to end up, but we'll drag it on out. 2 or less. We'll get the decisive shot. 2. All right. Well, there you go. We're done for. Eliminated units. We'll put that over here. And they're the only ones on the island now, so let's go ahead and put the infantry up. Battle marker's done. Spotter marker. Now instead of U.S. control, we'll flip it over to the... There you go. Aleutians. That is a big hit. Alright, we'll put these infantry underneath them. They're full strength. None of them suffered any significant casualties. Oh, you know what? We forgot to add that one. Well, they won anyway. They were going to win. Yeah, we should have added 1 to every die roll. We forgot to do that. It might have been over a lot sooner. But as it is, they didn't suffer any casualties. So I think game integrity is still intact. Let's see here. Here we go. Here you go. Battle. Take the battle marker off. And this is now Japanese controlled. Oops. With the invasion task force. Did its job. Bad news for us. Bad news for us. They got 2 of them now. We're definitely in the losing this game column. Let me get out of this zoom a little bit better. All right. Now, we read and see. They got it. So that is it. We will go to the mutual return segment. There's nothing for the U.S. to do. Nobody returned. Nobody survived. We got to clean up house here real quick. We'll be right back. All right. All the ships returned their respective carriers. All the ships back in their task force and the Aleutians are threatening to end the game. We'll see. We got some backup up there, but yeah, that made up for a lot of lost dilly-dallying, we'll say, down here. And that was just the AI doing that. You can only do what you can do. And in the game, you can have yourself, make yourself a storyline around it as, maybe, infighting between the Army and the Navy, and signals not getting through. But they definitely dilly-dally down here for a while, but they're pushing up here, and they just had a big success. So that'll do it for the mutual return segment. Imperial Japanese morale segment. We'll skip that. That was sunk. And logistics. See if they can repair something. I don't think they can. We did this before. There's only certain units they can repair. I'll look that over real quick. But after that, we'll call this a video. When we come back, it's U.S. Navy's turn. See what we can do in response. Having happy holidays. Hope you guys are enjoying your dinners, family, and friends. Be back.